everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man.
Around 5 a.m. on Sunday, a car crashed into a group of 4 men in the Jackson Park Highlands neighborhood of Chicago. Police say the sedan was speeding southbound when it hit the 4 victims. Unverified dash camera footage shared online appears to show multiple people fighting in the street. Suddenly a car comes speeding down the road and plows into them, sending the men flying through the air. Police have not said whether the graphic footage is genuine. The road was cordoned off following the deadly attack. On Sunday morning, a few scattered shoes could be seen on the pavement after the crash, showing just how severe the incident was. 3 of the men were taken to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where they were pronounced dead, police said. The other man was taken to Stroger Hospital. He is in serious, yet stable condition, ABC 7 reported. The driver fled the scene and remains at large, police said. The identities of the victims and potential suspects have not been revealed as of now. The Sun reached out to the Chicago Police Department for further updates. This is at least the 3rd hit and run in Chicago this week. A bicyclist, 55-year-old Pablo Rodriguez, died from a hit and run around 6:15 a.m. on Friday. The victim was hit in the East Side neighborhood by a black SUV or van that continued to drive after hitting him, witnesses reported. A 5-year-old boy, Taha Khan, had also died from a hit and run, involving 2 cars on Wednesday. Khan had been in the street when he was hit by 2 cars on the far north side of Chicago around 9 p.m. He was first hit by a red SUV Jeep who fled the scene. Then he was hit again by a Volvo, but this driver stayed and tried to perform life-saving measures.
All right, shalawam. So as you see, you done heard the, or read the, I should say, scriptures, fools, because of transgressions and because of their iniquities are afflicted, and, the other one, which is, the fools keeping their eyes not glued on wisdom, but on everything else simply. And obviously you just watched the video. Horrific, terrible to say the least. The Lord, YAHAWAH, sham, YAHAWASHI, doing what they do best. All right. And that's proved to Jake that they're not playing any games, and their words stand the test of times and they endure forever, which is the words of this Bible, the Bible. All right, the Old Testament, Apocrypha, the New Testament, and that we are in fact the Hebrew Israelites. All right, but my point is just, just want to say really quick. You're gonna find out in the next video, the last video I'm gonna play, that through this clip that these men, they were gay. They were so-called gay. They was in the alphabet gang. All right, this is Deuteronomy 23:17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. Which, once again, if you weren't paying attention, the reason why I am reading this is because those men involved they was gay. They were offending, their offense was this. Okay, this is in the NLT. No Israelite, whether man or woman, may become a temple prostitute, which those individuals in that video were. They were Israelites. All right. This is Leviticus 18:22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination, right? If you're doing men with men, you're basically a sodomite, which is what these dudes were. All right. Spiritual sodomite. All right. And that's what is pushed here in America and throughout the earth because of America and due to America, which is that vibration of Sodom and Gomorrah. All right. This is in the NLT. Do not practice homosexuality, having sex with another man as with a woman. It is a detestable sin. Okay, here's the judgment. Leviticus 20:13. If a man also lie with mankind, he as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. And the Lord, he keeps his word. And the law is not done away with for you so-called Christians out there. Matthew 5:16. All right. Now, we're not justified by the law, and we're under the grace period, which is for us to get ourselves right, get our spiritual bank account up with the Heavenly Father to where he don't take us out. He don't put us out from his presence, which is going to be through you having faith, which your faith is proven by your works. And your works will obviously be works that's deemed works according to the scriptures, which would be doing the law, all right, or teaching it, keeping laws you can keep, and not breaking the ones you are able to outright not break, right? So this is the penalty for if you caught in the offense of Leviticus, the 18th chapter and the 22nd verse. When you read this is the punishments for disobedience. And one of the things you can't disobey is right here, Leviticus 18:22. This whole chapter is going into what? Forbidden sexual practices. So closing here, as the scriptures say, whoever perishes being innocent. So you're going to come to find out that these men were 100% caught in the offense. They didn't have the blood. And that's why this grace period is serious, because it's a time that has been given to us to make an amends with the Heavenly Father before he puts you out. Right? That's why I says make no tarrying to turn unto the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For in thy security, then the wrath of the Lord suddenly to come upon you, and you be destroyed in your security. Paraphrasing Sirach 5, or also known as the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5 and 7. Right? So you're not going to have these people being taken out, or individuals being taken out in that way that you've seen for no reason if they was innocent. Right? So you're going to see in the end of it with this last clip that it's true. And that's why that horrific end of the world type judgment happened. So I'll close out here, 2nd Ezra 15:26. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. Kohalam la YAHAWAH, YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI. Kohalam la YAHAWAH bahasham YAHAWASHI. And double honors to the hopefully elect elder apostle slave to be saved. Onward to the rest of the hopefully elect, and on the faith. All right, you beautiful believers in on this beautiful faith. All right, shalawam.
Cheryl, Carly McKinnon says he doesn't know who was driving that vehicle that hit him and 3 other men, and he doesn't recognize the vehicle that he's seen in that video. Now, days after that incident and just a few days before his birthday, McKinney says everything just feels numb. Badly bruised, cut, and sprained, Carly J. McKinney is hobbling along in a fog of grief. Sunday morning, he woke up in Stroger Hospital only to hear
3 passed. I'm the only one that walked away, so able to live another day.
He doesn't remember the impact. Early Sunday morning, McKinney and his 2 best friends were leaving Jeffrey Pub in Chicago's South Shore neighborhood.
But all I remember is I was trying to get my close family friend, I call him cousin, Rec, he go by Rec, was trying to get him from fighting another male.
Dashcam video from a nearby car shows the men were in the street fighting before a driver speeding southbound on Jeffrey near 71st Street slams into them. It's video too disturbing to show on television.
And by the time we got halfway in the street, this car came from the side, and I seen it through my peripheral. I seen the bright light. That's what made me jump back. And next thing you know, I was hit and woke up in the ambulance.
The impact of that car killed McKinney's two best friends, Devontae Vivetter and Donald Huey, and a third man they didn't know, Jalen Osley.
It appears to be intentional, just based upon what everybody has seen.
The Jeffrey Pub is one of the longest-serving black gay bars in the country. The National Black Justice Coalition is calling for this to be investigated as a hate crime. Chicago police say right now they don't have evidence to support that.
What other reason would you hit another human being other than hate?
Police say they have recovered the car they believe was used in that incident near the scene at 71st and Jeffrey. But tonight, police still don't know who was driving that vehicle. They believe somebody knows, and they're asking people to come forward with information that could be